Hi everyone, welcome to day 18. Happy Sunday. We are here. We are here. We are here. I just chose the topic for today. Today's topic is gonna be turning point. Okay, I'm gonna just breathe a little bit. Hi. Turning point. I'm here. I'm present. You're here together. Okay. So currently on live right now, we have no one that is on stream with us, but with the knowing that people of the future will be tuning in to this stream of consciousness, I will continue. Okay, so today I decided to choose the topic of turning point for our day 18, age 18, because when I thought about age 18, so I kind of stopped reviewing articles on age groups just because I realized I'm trying to share a part of myself, and if I'm trying to adapt to a system to share myself, it's kind of defeats the purpose. So I stopped reading articles on the age groups and stuff. So today I didn't do that. Today I chose the topic because when I reflected back on my age 18 experience, there is this collective experience of graduation happening, new chapters happening, closing of chapters, people moving away, people deciding on their careers, people deciding on starting a new family, whatever it may be. There are closing of chapters, there are new chapters. So I thought, instead of focusing on endings or new beginnings, I just wanted to focus kind of on a higher level, and I wanted to be present with you guys on the topic of turning points. So my experience being an 18-year-old, there were so many turning points for me that came through the first real rejection I felt, real rejection I felt, was the whole school thing, the college thing. I was so sure that I would get into this one college, but it did not work out. That was a turning point for me. It kind of shattered the way I thought of the world and how I thought of myself as a part of the world, everything. So, with that in mind, today, let's be present with the thought of turning points. It doesn't have to be related to school or anything. Just when you think of turning point, what do you think of? For me, when I thought about it, extending from that experience, I have a handful of experiences. So also, for those of you tuning in for the first time today, this is a part of a 28-day live stream challenge, and the whole purpose of this challenge, I created it myself for myself to be present with the world in the way that I understand I can, and the way I can right now. And through this experience of showing up for the world and for myself, to just express myself in whatever way, I wanted to choose each topic of the day to be a collective, a collective experience that the age group has for the day, the number of the day. So today is day 18. So for age 18, we're going through a lot of life's transitions. So we already covered transition, so I want to do a turning point. So the whole point of this experience is for you to also for me to revisit core growth points or core milestones of each age group as we grow older together each day. Today we're day 18 old. Day 18 old? Yeah, we're day 18 old. So yeah, today we'll be talking about turning points. And then I thought about like college essay, when you have to talk about what hardship or what obstacle did you have to go through, and tell us about how you overcame that obstacle. And then you also have to write, why do you want to be at our school, or why do you want to pursue this education. So yeah, thinking of that, all that, I'm thinking of turning points. Like how do we recognize that there's a turning point? Is it always going to be painful? Is it always going to be... So I wanted to talk about that. So today, with that in mind, I'm going to play some piano to get grounded and to think a little, because also another thing about this live stream challenge is that I am literally live right now as I'm thinking, as I'm being present with the topic. I picked the topics on the day of so that it's fresh. So with that in mind, I'm going to play some piano, get myself grounded, centered, and I'll get to the stream of consciousness. So welcome to day 18. Happy Sunday. Happy third Sunday together. And thank you for being present with us tonight. And thank you for being alive. Here we go. Also, this song, if you like this type of song, she is an independent singer-songwriter, and I always link her SoundCloud profile on my description below, so you could check out her song. She has a lot of songs like this. She writes songs about growing up, of heartbreak, heartache, and self-love, which is what this live stream is all about. So, okay, it's almost ending. Let's listen to it a little bit more. I really like this song. To end it. Okay. I minimized it. Hi Atari, welcome to stream. Welcome to day 18. We have made it. I'm going to play some piano before I share things on my mind for today's topic of turning point. So here we go. And if anything comes to mind for you while we're present together, feel free to share if you're comfortable. If not, hope you guys enjoy the stream. Okay. Also, it came into my mind, so a couple streams ago, I started in the description below before setting out my stream. I decided to write a little short set of questions that I'm asking myself for the topic of the day. So if you wanted to read that right now, you could do so that you know where this is going for tonight's stream. But yeah, right now I'm just trying to get centered and allow thoughts to come through related to the topic. And yes, today's stream I am doing a lot of explaining because I'm realizing there might be people watching from the future on random videos of from the live stream, and they're not gonna understand my intention for my live stream, and there's a very specific reason why I'm doing these live streams. So if you've been watching me for a couple live streams now, and you're like, why do you keep repeating the same thing over and over again? It's because I do want to be accessible to the world in the way that I can, and I am sensing that some people who trickle in the future will not understand what's going on. So I wanted to clarify when I get that reminder in my head. Centered on live while playing the piano, it's me allowing my hands to do whatever and not really trying to feel the music, and I'm just trying to hear all the voices in my head, and then when I get something very clear come through me, I share that. But I had a moment right there, I literally zoned out and I didn't have anything come through, so I'm just like, oh my god, what's happening? What are some turning points that we recognize in our lives, the handful of turning points in our lives that can also be an indicator for us while we're going through that? How do we move past to the point where we recognize it is a new beginning and it is calling for you to grow up, it is calling for you to change something about yourself that wasn't working out, something you have to fix within yourself, something that you have to change about yourself, and not in a sense that not coming from a place of I get to change for someone else or for some entity, but rather from a place of part of your personal journey to grow, and you just went over a very hard lesson, a very difficult lesson. So, and of course, to even talk about that, I have to share my narrative, my story. So, I'm trying to figure out where I should start, what I could share. Because I think if I were to tell my younger self during those moments of pain when I realized, oh shoot, crap, I relied so much on this one thing. I have to change my way of thinking. It's a painful process. I think when I was in high school though, when it happened with the whole college acceptance, rejection, that period, I remember it hurt me that I got rejected, but I didn't talk to anyone about it. I completely closed off, and I just continued like going to community college, because I was going to community college anyway. So if you hear noise in the background, there's life happening outside. So if I were to tell my younger self, I would have told her it's okay to hurt, it's okay to talk about it, but don't suppress it, because I think I suppressed it. Like I literally didn't even talk about it. Like everyone around me, like those that were close to me, like my family and my like really close friends, they tried to talk to me about it, but I literally just closed off. I just immediately just didn't even talk about it. So yeah, I didn't deal with it. I just kind of moved on without dealing with it. So that's one turning point. Hi James, welcome to stream. But I sense that a lot of us on stream right now aren't going through college rejection, acceptance letters. So let me talk about a turning point that happened. Wait, hold on, let's see. Should I just talk about more recent? I will talk about the most recent because that's all I could think about right now. So, I currently feel, even with this whole live stream challenge that I set out for myself, I'm on a literal different wavelength, and that's the best I could articulate what I could feel with the vocabulary I have right now. When I tried to explain it in a different way, I would say I feel like I recognize the way I viewed the world and understood the world around me and my relationship with it back then, before everything happened. But I feel like I'm so distant from that way of thinking, if that makes sense. I feel like my vantage point has changed to the point where when I try to talk to people about how I feel now, I feel like I have to share everything, the context of the build-up of how I feel the way I do right now, and how I have like I'm able to listen to the voice inside me, the gut feeling saying, you need to show up to the world. You need to be here. You need to be present with the world. And yeah. So the event that led to this shift in mindset and this awakening, I put it in the title. Another thing about the live stream that I've changed and shifted is in a couple streams ago, I decided to, when I start the stream, so on the back end of starting live streams, we, as the streamer, have to set up a new stream. And it's like uploading a new video, except I use a different program to connect the webcam to use as a live streaming thing for the YouTube platform. So also another step is we have to set up the title page, the thumbnail, like everything before starting the stream. So I decided for the title page, it would give more detail into what we would be covering for the topic. And so in quotes, I would put like the general theme around what we would be present about. So today it's turning point. And then the title, hold on. You're leaving? Bye. My sister's leaving. She has been here with us and now she's leaving. Bye. Bye. Drive safely. Bye. Bye. Today I wrote, what did I write? I wrote, what did I write? Oh, awakening, hold on. The reason why I bring that up is because I'm reminding myself to focus on that, okay? So it's awakening, new wavelength, new glasses. That's right, new glasses. Okay, so I wanted to touch on that. Hi, I didn't do it. Okay, that's a very interesting username. Nice. Okay, welcome to stream. Today we're talking about turning points in general. My live streams are me channeling ideas, just being present with the world, so welcome. Yeah, so I feel like I have a new pair of glasses since this turning point that has happened. And I'm learning how to talk about what happened at the end of last year. Like, I still don't know how to like talk about it in that, like, I talk about the event, but I don't talk about like what happened. So yeah, well, hopefully as the days go by and we grow together day by day, I can find a way to talk about it. Yeah, so I can't really talk about turning point through that then. Also, through this live stream, I'm learning how to be literally here, present with you guys, with the world, without having the anxiety of preparing. Like, I'm practicing how to be me. So if this feels very like all over the place, that's probably why, because I'm literally learning how to be here with the world. So yeah. I'm trying to think of another story I could tell you guys of a turning point I've had. By the way, feel free to write anything in chat because we're present here together. We're alive, so we're here. And I'm playing piano because it's something I could do with my hands, and I'm expressing myself through the piano. So that's why I'm playing the piano. Turning point. I'm getting this, I just got a thought come into my head of something that one of my favorite authors, you probably know her, there's this movie called Eat, Pray, Love, and Julia Roberts played the main character of that movie, and it's of her learning how to love herself through travel, through meeting new friends, learning how to meditate. Because she has other books too, like Signature of All Things, she wrote, what else, Big Magic. So that story, Eat, Pray, Love, is not a fiction. Like it's not made up. She actually went through all of that. And I remember because when I was going through what I went through last year, I read this book, and I remember because I felt so connected with her voice and her calling to find herself, and like it aligned with what I was going through, I decided to go on YouTube and watch all the interviews I can of her. And I remember one of the things she said in one of her interviews, because one of the questions she always get asked is, how did you deal with all that fame after you published your book? Like, did you know you were going to be a huge success? Did you know it was going to be made into a movie? How do you handle that level of fame? And I remember her saying, think of absolute values. So she said, the groundedness she feels. Okay, so she said, think of. Hold on, I need some music. She said, this is us. Okay, think of a diagram, right? There's a line, right? Just think of a line on a blank piece of paper, and then in the middle, draw a line, a vertical line, and then it's us. It's like our center, our aligned self. And aligned meaning like our mind, body, and soul. Like we feel at peace. Like we're not settling, but we know ourselves. We're firm in ourselves, right? And then wait, you guys are, hold on. I need to check if this is the side. Hold on. Is this the side? Hold on. This is, so you guys are going to see this side. Okay, anyways. So, and then on the opposite, okay, so we're here, and then here's here's success. And then here's success, and then we're coming back here, right here is failure, right? It's like when you hit rock bottom, and this is success, and this is us. So she said the absolute value, so the value between us and failure, and then us and success, it's the exact same. So she said she recognized that the anxiety she feels and feeling like disarray, it was the same as she felt here as she did here. So she said she's always trying to center herself. And so I really liked the way she gave us that diagram for people to understand how we could balance out the changes going through our lives. That helped me because when we think about turning points, we could use that as a tool, that way of thinking as a tool when turning point meaning like, where am I going out with this? Why did I bring this up? I was talking about something else. Hold on. I was talking about, oh yeah, it just came through. The thought came through. Okay. So it came through because I was making a point about, let's see, what was I trying to say? She brings she clarifies that the important thing, whether or not you're hitting rock bottom, whether or not you're like hugely successful, she says she's always trying to like come back to her core self, because that's the constant. Like, this is always going to happen. Like, not always, but like, you're going to have multiple, like, you're going to hit rock bottom multiple times throughout your lifetime. Like, given that we may live till 75 or 55 or whenever, like, or you're going to hit that successful point several times too, probably. I don't know, but we always have to realign ourselves. And when I think about that, if I were to hear that interview while I was going through the like painful part of this healing process, where I was just having negative self-talk, full of doubt, I actually don't think it would have hit me still. But hold on, why am I bringing this up then? Hold on, this is why am I bringing this up? I think what I wanted to get from that is the most important thing is to stay true to yourself and align yourself, and do this without like getting validation from external entities, or external, like whether it's family, like, because everyone is having their own unique path. Their way of seeing the world, experiencing the world is different. But the reason why I'm doing this with live is because I want to show up to the world. I want to, so, what am I going out this? But yeah, the new glasses that I have is exactly that. Like, I recognize now that, like, I fully recognize now, like, I actually have an knowing that we all have our own paths. Like, I fully understand that now. Like, it's not just intellectual, like, oh yeah, like, you're living this life and you come from this background, so like, of course you're different. Like, it's more, I think what I'm getting at is, okay, so a turning point that I had most recently, okay, it's coming out, okay. The most recent turning point I've had is there was a constant in my life where I thought this individual, this soul would be with me forever, and I realized things happen for a reason. Like, they were literally cut out of my life because perhaps this understanding that I have came through that individual faster, and they realized we're in need of more time to ourselves and to learn of ourselves and to heal our own traumas. So a turning point could be a form of a death of some sort. It could be maybe someone entering a new idea that suddenly clicks with you, and it's something very, very radically different than what you've previously held as a solid belief. But no matter what the turning point is, I think when it happens, you have this knowing, like, you don't even question it. You're like, oh wow, like, there's no turning back now, this is happening. So when that happens, the reason why in the description below I wrote cheers at the end is because that's a sign of us growing into who we were destined to evolve to. So, and we're getting closer to our own truth, getting closer to being, the most evolved being that we can, to be giving. And it's like a cycle where we're all sharing our energies within our own pace. Hi guys, I know today's stream is kind of all over the place. I sense it kind of is, because I think the first 4 streams, it's been really easy for me to share stories, because I just felt so like, I felt like the world just needed to have my energy. Like I was just like boo 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 boo, and it was kind of easy for me to like bring out stories. But today, I don't know why, but I feel like I have to like take it out of me. So thank you for being present with me today. Whew. I was also thinking about reading you guys my college essay, because it kind of gives you a glimpse of what I was going through back then. But I don't know my password to my old Yahoo email, so I can't do that because that's where it was saved. And I don't have the USB that had my college application essay, so that's why I couldn't do that. So I want to encourage both myself and those of you on stream tonight or in the future, when something changes in your life, where it's completely something you did not expect, see it as like a moment, like kind of take a breath and be like, okay, this is gonna be a breathless experience. This change is literally here now. There's no turning back. And if it is a form of turning back, you're going back with a pair of new glasses, new perspective, a new vantage point. I want to tell myself that again, because when I hit another obstacle, I realized, like during the past few months, I realized like I felt like I was going back to square one. But I want to remind myself again, like, yo, like, yes, you're hurting again, but you've learned so much. Like, you're going back to this hurt with a new pair of glasses, a new vantage point. Like, you've grown. Like, don't underestimate what you went through, or don't discount what you've learned, because it's still within you. So if this resonates with any of you, where you felt like you had this really hard lesson you had to go through, hard meaning like you physically hurt because something you expected to happen didn't happen, or something you didn't think would happen happened. Like, whatever the case may be, okay, I'm just gonna say it because this is like my journey. So each and everything happened for a reason, and I believe the fact that you went through something so painful, it means you... Oh, this is gonna sound so bad for some of you that, I don't know, but anyways, for me, like, I believe everything happens for a reason, and if you're grieving, like, we all go through pain in this lifetime. And what I experienced the past few months, in moments, pockets of darkness where I didn't feel like I would ever be able to be myself again, or like I felt like I was already gone. Like I felt like I was back to literal square one. It was like I did all of that, like I did all that healing, and I'm still hurting. Like why? But no, like as I'm learning each day, as I experience the present moment each day, I recognize, and also a good friend of mine, don't know if he's watching, but a good friend of mine told me and reminded me, every moment is new. Every moment is new, so you don't have to hold on to anything, you don't have to like feel guilty about anything, just honor the present moment. And that really helped me. So, turning points. When I think of turning points, I don't know how you feel when you just hear turning point, like how you associate with that word and that concept. But for me, it's very neutral. I don't like specific events don't come up for me when I say or look at the word turning point. I just see it as like I understand it as moment of growth. And then when I dig deeper and I think of growth, I think of pain. And when I think of growth, I also think of I think of this visual of a crack in the sidewalk, and in that crack of the sidewalk, like it's not one of those cracks in the sidewalk where it's the divide of each like square of the sidewalk, but it's a literal crack, like if there's an earthquake and then it created a crack. There's a crack in the sidewalk and there is a tiny little green sprout growing. I think of that. So, because the crack in the sidewalk signifies a new like event, like an event that was unexpected that happened, and then the little plant signifies and symbolizes for me like new chapter, new beginning, new vantage point, new glasses. So yeah, if you're watching this right now, whether right now or in the future, I'm sensing like some of you are gonna be like, why is this girl rambling about why is this girl rambling about like things over and over again? Because this is me. I'm being present with the world. I'm right here. I'm alive. I'm sharing myself with the world. So welcome to my thoughts. I was thinking about this last night before falling asleep at like 4 a.m. because I couldn't fall asleep. I am having trouble sleeping, but anyways, I thought to myself, oh, why did it escape me? Wait, why did it escape me? During the past few streams, I kind of felt, because I feel so much better in general this month, I felt like, because I think it was yesterday, I emphasized again and again that I don't want the humanity, the humanness of me, where it appreciates the fact that I'm actually alive, like just that fact. The fact that I'm here, like right now, the fact that I'm able to talk, and the fact that I'm able to use the internet to connect with the world and be myself in the present moment with the world, with you guys. I felt like that was escaping me. Like, you know when it's like this, like let's see. If you guys aren't religious, let's see. No, let's see. Okay. It's like this might not resonate with everyone, but this is the example that just came into my mind. Let's say you Okay, this might not resonate with everyone. Let's see. Let's say you watched TED Talk. There we go. Let's remember. So you guys watch TED Talks, right? So you know how they're like 20 minutes long. So some of them are shorter. You hear a TED Talk of someone talking about this amazing idea that they worked on for 15 years, and now they're spreading that idea with the world through TED Talks. You know how like in that moment, being present with that person's story, you feel so invigorated. You're like, oh my god, that person is so amazing. They're so inspiring. Like they're doing that, and now they're on TED Talk, and now they're spreading that idea with the world. That's so amazing. You know that spirit, that feeling where you're like, this is something that I'm going to hold on to. This is something that I'm going to integrate into my life. Not the idea, but the fact that like this like idea that this person had what started out as an idea, and then they're now like sharing it with the world and now making it like an actual active thing. And then you know how like after a few days you completely forget about that TED Talk? Like maybe you remember like the person's face, or like you remember like their name, but you don't like remember that idea. That's what I kind of felt like yesterday. I was thinking about it. I was like, I am so close to like losing that thing I was holding on to so closely. The fact that I have this gratitude, this immense, like I feel it, and I'm like, the gratitude that I feel, the fact that I'm alive, like it's escaping me, that fundamental fact, that fundamental truth. So, as I'm in this turning point of my life with these new classes and new perspective, I want to remind myself and you guys, the fact that you're alive. See, even me saying this, like I feel like it's escaping me. It's like, okay, the fact that we are alive is such a freaking miracle and a huge accomplishment. Like, so I hope we get to remind ourselves more of that when we go through something, or when we're in an argument with someone. Like, yo, chill, we're both alive, chill. Did someone die? I mean, I'm sorry, like if someone, yeah, but so yeah, I think that clarifies a lot of the confusion that I had with like a lot of clouded judgment, clouded like confusion and everything going on. I think the fact that I held on to that gratitude, the fact that I'm alive, the fact that my parents are both alive, and the fact that we're all aiming to have that balance within ourselves and with others around us, just celebrating, like, hey, like, how's it going? So I'm getting right now another thought. So putting all this into context. So right now we are on day 18. We are 18 days old, and I have 10 more days left. Even like before, like when I was getting ready for the live stream, because I didn't look like this the whole day. I actually did this just for live stream. I recognized a very similar bodily feeling that I get right before live stream. And and I was able to hone in on the things that I could understand as anxiety. The reason why I bring that up is because I'm gonna compliment myself. Okay, so today I was not going to live stream in that I was not I didn't know what to choose as a topic. I didn't think I had any takeaways for today, and that I was so scared. But I pushed myself, and up till the point where I had to create the title page, the thumbnail, I was talking with my sister because she just came back, and she left, but she just came back, and I asked her, when you think of age 18, what comes into your mind? And she said adulting. And for some reason, I don't know if it's just so my sister has this thing where she makes me feel like the things I worry about are not a big deal. And I mentioned this in another stream. When I was on the ground, not able to move and for weeks, and I didn't eat because I literally couldn't. When my sister came over this one weekend, and she just came with food, and she just talked to me like nothing was wrong. She's like, so how was your day? I don't know what it is about her. She's just so healing, and I don't know what it is. Anyway, so she said adulting, and then what came to my mind was, okay, adulting, what does that even mean? Because does that mean to me, adulting, when I think about adulting, I think about 9 to 5. I think about what do I think about? 9 to 5. I think about stocks. I think about insurance. I think about taxes. I think about adulting. I think about I just think about adapting to the society and losing your own voice. That's honestly how I feel about the word adulting. And so then she says adulting, and then I said, so adulting is in a way a turning point. You either have a decision to adult in the ways of society, or you could adult, and sometimes it's not as black and white, but deep down they kind of are, and you do have to make a decision. James says good job. Oh, thank you. Yes. Do any of you guys want to share your turning point, or what you associate with a turning point, that concept? Right now I'm just being present with, I think I'm really happy right now because I'm recognizing I have gotten through the hard, in the present moment I recognize that I think I have gone through in my lifetime the most difficult phase, grieving. It's been the longest time I've grieved about something, a particular event, and yeah. But I'm really glad that on this new journey, this new wavelength, and with this new perspective, that you guys get to see me unfold as I learn more about how I unfold by being bold and confident and speaking my truth, whether or not it's all over the place, or in this right now, I have created a space where I can just be me. Another thing that comes to my mind is, I think for the longest time I'm not saying I'm not saying in my lifetime I wasn't myself, because of course I was myself, but there were parts of me that I wanted to understand, the expressive parts of me, and the the like curiosities that I had towards music and towards like the desire to express myself through dance and like writing, I never actually got to explore that to like full capacity. So the fact that I'm able to do it in front of you guys, so I really hope, okay, I'm not gonna hope, so I do plan on changing this setup and like not be in this room. Like I want to graduate from this room and express myself outdoors and dance. So hopefully we could do that soon. I will make it happen, but I do have that vision. So yeah, that's what this journey is about. I'm at the phase in my life where I'm just kind of like, okay, like I'm gonna really try to be myself. Be myself. This whole live stream challenge, it emphasizes a lot on age, and I want to clarify that that doesn't come from a place of me like trying to claim and assert like, oh, like 18-year-olds go through this, so we're gonna talk about this. It's more like I'm using it as like a tool for me to grab a thing that the collective deals with that I can bring forth like right here, and then we could just be present with it. So yeah, James says, I will make you good studio. Aw, thank you. I think this in itself, the fact that we're present together, even though we live so far from one another, like the fact that we are intentionally here, we are here to just be present and celebrate being alive, is a studio. So thank you though. And I'm also very grateful I even have this. This is actually, why don't I do this? I'm gonna show you guys what this room looks like. Oh my word. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys what this room looks like. Hold on, let me like clear that up. By the way, it's a little messy because obviously I wasn't intending to show you guys the room, but here it goes. It's like dripping. Okay. So I'm going to take you guys on a tour in this little cube of a room, and I will show you what it looks like. Is there anything that I should... Okay, we're being present. We're alive together, so I'm going to show you guys. So this is my webcam that I'm going to take off my laptop. I'm going to show you. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my face. Okay, so... I'm doing this because I'm giving you guys new glasses. Okay, so welcome to this room. Today we have our light here. This is what makes my face look brighter. And then we have the dusty guitar that I still need to undust, but anyways. And then here's another piano that, oh goodness. Okay, why don't I just show you the whole room first and then I'll go to specifics. So, that is the door that opens when my younger sister and brother knocks and comes in. They don't actually knock, but anyways, that is the door that keeps opening when I'm on stream. That's the cross I was talking about yesterday, and then that my mom put up. And then that was actually a gift from a pastor who used to be a pastor. Okay, should I say this? Anyways, it was a gift to our family many years ago, so we still have it. That is what I look at when I'm live streaming. I have this back end software open, and I have you guys, the chat, open here. Hello. Okay. And then I have the webcam right here. And then I have the mic set up right here. I have the piano here. What else? I have the set of books that I randomly refer to if I run out of things to say. And then I have candles here. I have a glass of water right here for the room not to be too dry. And then I have my journal there. I have this thing right there, and then the drawers. And then I have the amp right there. What else? Sorry. And then this is a screen that I cannot use because I have a MacBook Pro. So I don't have a dongle thing for it. So we just leaving it there. It's from my brother's old room. And then that is the guitar, the other guitar that I have that I learned from in college. It's not this guitar. This guitar I got in the summer of last year on Amazon. That is a saxophone because my brother used to play saxophone. That is the guitarlele I tried to play the other string, but I didn't. That's a violin that my mom tried to learn. My mom was trying to learn violin, and I was actually thinking about learning how to play violin by someone that my mom knows really well through the internet, which is kind of weird. But anyways, and then down there we have that's what fuels the laptop and everything to work down there. And yeah, so that's literally the room. It's really tiny. That is a cord that connects the energy of this room to everything. So yeah, that is what the room looks like. Oh, and then we have this shelf with all the books. So anyways, welcome to that. Yeah, I have some. Oh, and then I have the pedal that never works. Oh my god, the pedal that never works. Hold on, the pedal that doesn't work in that like when I hold down the pedal, it doesn't work. It's supposed to work. It's supposed to make the sound go longer. Watch. I'm holding down the pedal, right? Watch. And then I take off my feet. So yeah, it doesn't work, but it's okay because it's binary, so it doesn't have to work. It still works in that it doesn't work, so it's okay. Well, welcome to a new perception of this room. That is what the room looks like and how the setup looks like. Hope you guys enjoyed that tour of this cube of a room. But yeah, thank you for giving me this space to be myself, to feel myself. I'm gonna play some piano and then we'll wrap it up with some takeaways, and feel free to join the conversation and chat. So as I'm playing piano, I'm gonna think about takeaways for tonight, and takeaways for tonight for Turning Point, New Awakening. I also want to encourage you guys, like, if you want to try something out, literally just try it out. Like, what have you got to lose? Like, there's a reason why you have that idea stuck in your head, And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. At least you tried it. So maybe I'm your turning point. Maybe something resonated with you in this stream, so you take action on something. Or maybe you hold back because of something. I don't know. I'm also sensing, I feel within myself that I'm getting more confident, and I'm I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I get to be confidently me. So thank you for being present with me as this is all happening. James says, thanks for showing your place. Of course. It was about time. It was about time. Also, something comes to my mind, so okay, I'll just leave it open. When we think about vantage point, I don't know if this comes from a place of me like writing so many essays. Oh, we got something from James. But I find myself nowadays, instead of when I'm asked a question by either a friend or through an interview or whomever, I recognize that my way of talking has also changed in that I preface with, from my experience, from this time, I can tell you blah, 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 blah. I don't know if I think the reason why I'm bringing that up is because the shift within me, I recognize it in that the way I answer people's questions, I come from a place where I'm firmly like holding my groundedness while I'm sharing myself. So instead of just like for example, if someone were to ask me, what was something someone asked me the other day? Okay, someone asked me, what was your experience of the Bay versus here? Here meaning Orange County, Bay meaning Northern California, and Orange County, which is Southern California. And Bay Area, Northern California meaning like colder weather over there, there's water, there's near the bay. And then Orange County, it's near the bay too, it's like near water, but it's sunnier here, it's hotter here, right? So I remember when they asked me that question, and this was a person that I don't know, like they just asked me that. It was during an interview. And I remember I started my response with, first of all, I want to share that I was not a Bay Area native. I was there just for college. And so I was there for about like 7 years, 8 years. And I recently relocated to Orange County. So with that, and I was so like, as I was saying it in my head, I was like, holy crap, I sound different. I don't usually talk like that. I think my past self would be like, oh, Orange County is much more friendlier. Like everyone here loves to talk and like have conversations. Like even if it's like at a cafe or like while I'm walking my dog, like, I would just be like talking. Like I wouldn't give context. Oh, there we go, context. So I think I recognize the shift in myself that right now I'm not saying like this is dead end, like this is like a like final destination for me. Like I obviously have so much more to learn, but I'm just saying I feel and know that I'm working towards this alignment. And so I'm so happy. Anyways, I don't know why I brought that up. Why did I bring that up? It just came through. Okay. James says, honestly, my life was boring and no purpose, but as I cannot read. Okay, hold on. Let me do it again. Honestly, my life was boring and no purpose. Aww. But as I started watching your stream, I'm getting better and get to have my confidence. James. Aww. Thank you. I'm glad you're having better days and finding your confidence. I mean, I hope this is helping, and I'm really glad to hear it's helping. Is there something that you, even if it's not a dream or not like, is there something that you wanted to try? Is there something you wanted to try that you haven't tried? I mean, obviously you have a lot of things you want to try, but is there something that, I don't know, if you're watching YouTube videos, do you watch a lot of YouTube videos? Like, what kind of YouTube videos do you watch? I think you could start there. Another thing I want to try is riding pennyboard, like learn how to skateboard. So my brother recently moved in. My brother, I got him not a pennyboard. It was a nickel board. So a pennyboard's like this tiny, right? Like it's literally just like a foot. But then there's a nickel board. It's not a skateboard, but it's a nickel board. Is that what it's called? Anyways, I got it for him a couple years ago, and he didn't know how to use it, but he started to learn how to use it. Now he's like really good at it, so I want to learn how to do that. So right now I'm like trying it out right now, like every day. So I've been doing that, and it makes me really happy. Like, yes, I fall, but it's fun. It's loud, but it's fun. Yeah, it's really loud because our neighborhood is quiet. So anyways. Oh, James says, I watch mukbang too. So in the process of me coming out of that, like staying on the ground, I watched so many mukbang videos. You don't even know. Like, if you see my history, you're probably gonna see 10 pages of mukbang. Like, and I think it comes from a place of the reason why it started to become satisfying for me is because these people, they fully, like the people that I watched, it's so odd because I watch a range of mukbangers, like people who actually talk when they eat, and people who do ASMR mukbangs, or they're not doing ASMR, but they're just eating food. So I would recommend, if you're into mukbang videos, try watching, my favorite mukbangers are Always Hungry, so that's her username. Her name's Olivia. She's from Germany. She loves eating donuts. And she also works out, so she balances out. And she uploads every week. And she's very wise. She's only 20, I don't know, she's in her early 20s, but she's studying law. And yeah, so you should go check Always Hungry. I also watch a Korean mukbanger. She uploads every day. I don't know how she does it. Her name is Fran, so look up Fran. But she's so skinny. I don't know how she does it. But she joyously eats food. She doesn't like eat just eating. She's really good at eating. So check out Fran. Check out Always Hungry. Check out I've been watching Nikado Avocado. Also, who else did I watch? watch. Oh, okay. There's more people on chat. James says, when I feel sad and lonely, I go to off-roading to mountains. Is off-roading like a bike? Do you go alone? Hi, Em. Welcome back on stream. Today we are covering... Oh gosh, it's already gone in my head. Turning points. Turning points. M says, how do people like to eat donuts so much? I get sick after the second or third one. I don't know. I tried it. So, M, I don't know if you watched. It was either the third or the fourth live stream I did, but I tried eating a dozen donuts. I almost made it to the end, but on my second donut, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm already shaking. But yeah, I don't know how they do it. But I remember watching Olivia, the Always Hungry YouTuber, eat donuts in her car, and she tries different flavors from different donut shops. She eats like a dozen each day, or not each day, like each time she uploads, like every week, every Friday or something she does it. It is so satisfying to watch, and I want to try to explain that because I remember when I went to that prayer meeting, if you guys remember that stream when I talked about a prayer meeting, one of the examples they used was when they were fasting, they turned to like watch mukbang, but they still didn't feel satisfying and they don't know why it's satisfying. So I want to explain from a place of understanding both spectrums, people not understanding mukbangs and people who understand mukbang. So it's satisfying because I was, during that time when I was watching like mukbang like 22 hours a day, it's so bad. But the reason why it was satisfying for me, first it was because I literally couldn't eat. Like I could not eat, I could not drink anything. So, and that was for a myriad of reasons, but when that happened, I remember watching. Okay, imagine you're very thirsty, right? You're very thirsty, but you can't drink anything. So when you hear someone drink something like the gulping, it is so satisfying. And that might be a dark secret that I just unleashed. But yeah, it was so satisfying in that I feel like I'm drinking it. And I remember it was more satisfying when I watched videos, which there aren't that many, videos of people drinking soda. Like I wanted to drink like fizzling soda so bad. But yeah, there are two people on YouTube, two YouTubers who do just drinking, like drinking ASMR mukbangs. But yeah, and for food, donuts. I think I was more drawn to donuts, like Olivia's story, because of her story, because she came out of anorexia and she met her boyfriend who is a bodybuilder, and he helped her lift the guilt of eating food. She couldn't eat food, and he helped her find love again of food. And so she started eating everything she wanted while she was like working out and stuff. And you should check her out. So I think that's why I was more drawn to donuts, because of Olivia. And like the way she eats donuts is so satisfying. Like she holds it like this and she takes the biggest bites. She could eat one donut in just like 4 bites. And she eats donuts like the specialized ones too. And she's from Germany, so she's tried so many different donuts and cronuts. And she loves sauces. So yeah, it's satisfying because... How was it satisfying? It was just so satisfying to see her eat. I don't know how to explain it. And then Fran is a Korean mukbanger, and she doesn't really talk during her streams, or not her streams, her videos. They range from about 10 minutes to 20 minutes, and she eats so much food, but she uploads every day. And she eats all different types of food. And she was satisfying for me watching her because she eats everything so deliciously, but she eats so much. She eats it so deliciously, and it was so satisfying for me. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look at chat. Have you been to the Krispy Kreme donut place in Orange? Yes, that's where I got my Krispy Kreme donuts for the. I went to the one in. We went to the one in both Orange, and we went to the one in like next to the mall, and also the one in Mission Viejo. But yeah, Krispy Kreme is so good. But not when you have 11 of them. I had a stomach ache the day after. It was bad. But at least I tried it. Yeah, it's not for me. Mukbang, like me as being mukbanger, I can't do it because I can't eat that much. James says, with my truck with friend. Oh, okay. Off. Okay, I learned something new. Off. What is it called? Off-roading is when you're in a truck in the mountains. Okay. M says, oh yeah, I remember that. I forgot. Yeah, it's not something you want to remember. I don't want to remember it. Atari says, I love donuts. Can you eat a dozen? It is difficult. It is challenging, which is why it is a challenge. And there are only a few people who do it on YouTube. James says, when you have time, check Darum TV. Is Darum TV a mukbanger? M says, I get you. I like Nathan. You know them. That's the boyfriend. So Nathan Figuera. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Yeah, Nathan is Olivia's boyfriend. Yes. Yeah, so there's a couple videos on Olivia's channel. So Olivia has her own personal channel, and then she has the Always Hungry channel. And she uploaded a couple videos explaining her story of how she met Nate, how they got connected, and also how she started to have cheat days and how she came out of anorexia. And so yeah, I love Olivia. And the other day, she loved my comment. So anyways, I'm a huge fan of them. M says, it's not ASMR. He's not ASMR though. Yeah, he's not ASMR. He just eats a lot. James says, yeah, she has a mukbang channel. I should check that out then. I haven't watched mukbang videos in a while though. So when I think mukbang, I think of like May and June. I watched so many mukbang videos. It helped me cope with not eating. M says, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know the channels. Yeah, so, yeah. Olivia, actually, I don't know which video it was, but she said she shared that she met Nathan through YouTube. So she was a huge fan of Nathan. And she messaged him saying, thank you for the work that you do. And then they started talking. And then they met up. And then now they've been together for years. So yeah. I love them. It's so cool because they don't live in the same country, but they visit each other every month. They're each independently so like successful in terms of like their building their own career. Like she's studying law and I don't actually know what he does for a living, but he's doing his thing in Florida and she's in Germany doing her thing. So I admire their energy and their ability to share their creativity with the world and their joy with the world while still having found that way to be a part of society. Like, yeah. But anyways, okay, so it's been a long stream tonight. Takeaways for tonight's stream of consciousness for Turning Point. So, today is Sunday, you guys. We will be starting a new week tomorrow. If you're in California, it's still Sunday here. Takeaways categories for turning point. First, when you come to a point where something outside of you, outside of your control, is changing, and it's been a pillar of who you are and how you identify yourself, and maybe that's too specific. No matter where you are in life, whether you're 18 years old, whether you're 47 years old, whether you are 52 years old, whether you're 28 years old, I want to share my peace of mind that whenever these turning points happen, whether it's within the same circumstance, it's happening over and over again, or like when there's a change happening, recognize that it's an opportunity for us to grow, and that there is no end. It's always beginning. It's beginning, it's beginning, it's beginning. And our main focus for ourselves, for self-care, is to be kind to ourselves and to keep our soul alive, to stay true to ourselves. So don't lose that part. And by that, I don't mean like hold on to like external things that identify you, but rather when you're, like from another stream that I've done for Be As You Are, the fact that you're existing right now, your energy in itself is something so precious to the world and those around you. So don't feel like you are enough. And during these turning points, you could either have a like painful confrontation with both yourself and other people about a change that needs to take place. But remember, that's an opportunity for us to grow. And we want to grow because that's a sign that you are ready for the next step. You are ready to evolve to the next wavelength. You are ready to elevate your energy because you're ready. That's why it happened. And if right after this turning point it doesn't go as expected, and I am speaking from my own experience, if we're on this like very high and like things are happening and you feel like the world is actually conspiring to actually help you, like that happens for months, and then you get to a point where that stops happening and you like kind of hit rock bottom, and that it's like I had to confront my inner demons. I had to sit with it. I had to learn how to come out of it. And I think what I want to share of how I came out of it was reminding myself, this isn't the end. This is the new beginning. And I'm happy that you're alive. Thank you for staying alive, for trying to feel your soul and to bring your soul out into the world, your energy. So throughout my streams, I'll say soul a lot. And for some of you, you might not resonate with what that is. It might be like a fluff term concept, like the gushy, like, oh, like stay true to yourself, let your soul sing, play music. When I say soul, it's when everything else is silent, when everything else is silent, when your friends aren't around, when your family's not around, when you're by yourself, even not when you're looking at the mirror, when you are by yourself and you close your eyes, the thing that is inside you, that is talking to you, I believe is your soul. And then stemming from that, whether you go off-roading and you feel that physical high, that is your spirit, your soul, like saying, yes, like you're keeping me alive. Like that is the thing that I'm trying to, through this live stream, also keep alive. It's what keeps me alive. So, the soul and staying true to yourself is that you are sure, like you are grounded in. By the way, when I say this, I'm not saying it from a vantage point of I know everything. It's like me also telling myself. Feel comfortable being by yourself. That's being grounded, that's realigning yourself, that is how you grow. You grow stemming from here always. Like Elizabeth Gilbert, the author that I mentioned in from the earlier part of the stream. Okay, for those of you that didn't hear this diagram, it really helps. So, when this successful author of many books, of Eat, Pray, Love, and Signature of All Things, Big Magic, this author was asked this question for many of her interviews. How do you handle the success that you've had? Did you know that your novel of Eat, Pray, Love will be such a big hit? How did you handle it back then? She described this diagram. So this is us when we're grounded, right? When we're balanced and at peace. This is success, and this is failure. Failure, like rock bottom, when you're like at your lowest. She says, no matter where we're at, whether we are at a successful point in our life, whatever that may be for you, and hit rock bottom, we are always trying to make our way to the center. She said that was what her journey was like. She was trying to, because she also comes from a background, like through her travels trying to find herself, she learned how to meditate and hone in on that inner voice, and she's always trying to realign her mind, body, and spirit, her soul. So, with that, that's a very long takeaway. So the takeaway for tonight's stream is recognize changes in your life as an opportunity for you to accept it as a lesson, and know that you are ready for that lesson. Even if you have to go through physical pain to accept the lesson, you are ready. That's why if you're not ready, there are multiple lessons that came all at once. So when you get to the point in your life where you're open to hear new ideas, open to learn, you're open to curiosity, you're actually allowing curiosity to guide you, just know that on your journey of learning, and when you're on the journey of healing your inner traumas and your inner dialogue, know that when you start to be open to sharing, open to curiosity, you're curious again, see that as a sign that you have made huge progress and that your heart has expanded more so than before. And that's what I want to tell myself, because I feel like on my current journey, when I was stuck, even if deep down I am a curious person, I love learning, and I enjoy hearing people's stories of how they came to be who they are. I was not open. Like, I did not want to hear anything. I was not curious. I was just shut off from everything. So I was still in the pain. I was still trying to release that somehow. And I feel that I have. So this openness that I'm having right now with the world, with you guys, of my life and my thoughts and my feelings and my presence, like whatever this is right now, of me trying to be present with the world and expressing my whole self, is a huge sign of progress for me. And I don't know what's next, but thank you. And yeah, so in your life, if you're going through a transition, whether it's internal or there's something happening outside of you that you have to adjust to, just know it's a sign that it is literally you, your soul, evolving. It's requesting you to be present, whether it's gonna be followed by pain or with grieving or maybe like a shifted mindset. Whatever it is meant to happen for a reason, for you to grow. Because we're always growing, no matter how old you are. And we're going to be given tests, I think, of the same lessons to see if we actually learned it. So don't think if you're hurting again that you're going back to square one. You're not. You have a new pair of glasses, you have a new vantage point, you have a new awareness about you, and whether that is through this stream of consciousness or something internal you figured out, I just want to wish you guys the best. And don't fear. If you have fear, that's also a sign. See these things as a sign. Anything is a sign of hope, I think, in that they are lessons. And sometimes it's not going to be spelled out to us, like, like people, when you talk about what you're going through, they're not going to be like, like that happened for a reason. It might not be spelled out and it might not make sense, but I believe that your energy is being elevated. Like, you're being asked to elevate your energy, asked to direct that energy and channel it somewhere else. So, thank you for being present with me tonight. I hope there's a takeaway for you, something that resonated. I also wanted to cover something else, but I feel like I should save that for another stream because it's a different discussion. But I wanted to cover ego versus our like truest, purest selves. I think I should do that for another stream because I'm probably going to talk for another hour. So, I'm going to play a little bit piano and then I'll end the stream. I'm also going to check chat. James says, I want to take you to off-roading one day. I don't know how I feel about being in a truck in the mountains, but thank you for the invitation. Atari says, we wish you the best too. Thank you. Thank you for being present with my unfolding. I'm feeling so much better. But again, I want to remind myself and everyone, this is a daily battle we have to face. Just because I feel great today doesn't mean I'm going to feel great tomorrow. Not that I'm being pessimistic, but every moment is new. Every moment is new, and we have to keep our souls alive. So with that said, I'm going to play some piano for you guys, and then we'll end the stream. Thank you again for being present with me tonight. And if you're from the future, thank you for streaming in. With that, today has been an interesting experience, as always, it seems. Today, I feel like I need to articulate something that I do on the piano. When I play piano and the melody goes slower and I kind of wait for the sound to dissipate, I realize that that experience is something that we need to take away for today's topic of turning point. We don't know. Okay, so there may be many moments where we do recognize there to be a turning point. For instance, you were let go at a job. Turning point! But we then expect certain things to happen after that. So we have these set of expectations based on what we saw in movies, what we saw in books, what we saw in our community, of what happens when someone is let go of a job. Something we could take away from this moment of like waiting for the melody when we wait for it to dissipate instead of moving on to the next melody. I think that's what we're experiencing together right now. I feel like right now, at this experience that we're having together on this live stream challenge, I feel like as we're present together, it's me playing my melody literally, and I'm getting that the moment where we're kind of waiting for, like, we're being patient and we're waiting for the melody to dissipate before going on to the next set of melody is something. What am I trying to go at this? Oh my god, I had it and then I lost it. Oh my gosh. I had it and I lost it. Holy crap. I think I had it and I lost it. What was it? It was so profound. Hold on. Dissipates. Maybe it'll come back if I like am present with that moment of experience with the dissipating. So if I go, oh, now the pedal works. Okay. So what I'm thinking about right now is I'm doing a melody that I always do and then I end with is kind of like doing this, right? So the act of me going like this sound right here is us on live stream right now. And we're patiently kind of waiting for the melody to stop. So I think that part is, you could think of it as like, what am I trying to go out with this? What am I trying to go out with this? Okay, I think this is what I'm trying to do. So, relating all of this to our topic today for turning point. The fact that I'm playing a melody is a turning point. Okay? And then me kind of allowing this experience of live stream, I'm kind of like letting go. This is like me like literally letting go, and we're just kind of like seeing how it unfolds. So with that, that example, hopefully it makes sense. With that example, the last takeaway that I have for today's topic for you guys, for the world, is if there is a transition happening in your life, whether it's an external thing that's happening around you that you have to adjust your life to, or something inside yourself that you are facing currently that you've been ignoring, but you're facing it and it hurts, try to let go and try to kind of just literally be present. Like, don't like expect the unexpected and wait, like be patient for it to dissipate. Like, what am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just wanted to articulate that moment of it dissipating and us waiting and then like starting the new melody. Hopefully that somehow resonated with some of you out there, but I don't know why, but I wanted to articulate why I do that. And it kind of sort of connected with today's topic of turning point. And I want to remind myself, expect the unexpected, but don't expect, like, my set of expectations is so limited in that it's based on what I already know, but there's so much I don't know. So let's let go. Just the only responsibility that we have right now together, present right now, is literally just to be ourselves. And even as we wake up, yes, there are things you have to do, but remind yourself, okay, today I'm going to be kind to myself. I'm going to be present in the present moment. Okay. And that doesn't mean you have to close your eyes. I'm just closing my eyes because I'm trying to find words to articulate what I want to share with you before I leave on the stream today. So thank you for being present with me tonight, and for being patient with me, and for being present for this unfolding of this kind of this melody dissipating. Yeah, bye guys. Thank you so much. Bye Atari, bye M, bye James. Thank you for being present tonight. Okay, I'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for tonight. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for being present, for contributing to this energy. I hope something resonated with you and that you've taken something away from our presence together. And if you're from the future, welcome. I hope something resonated with you. Thank you so much. I have so much gratitude in my heart, and I love that I am in a place that I'm able to even feel gratitude. So thank you so much for your presence. I'm going to say bye. I know I keep saying the same thing. Okay, thank you. Bye guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow, most likely during the same time. I'm not going to make any promises because we don't know what's going to happen. So, okay. Bye guys. Thank you. Bye.